Hey guys, just a little disclaimer. I made a Discord server for the game, which you can join through the link in the description below. I'm looking forward to seeing you! Hello guys, RGN2 here. Today's devlog is about how I finally took my card game to the next level with the latest update, version 1.25b. The story of how I made this update begins a few weeks ago, when I decided to take a copy of the latest version of the game at the time, MAGICARDS version 1.24.1b, with me so I could play with a friend, and so that he could give me an opinion on the game. He told me the current way of controlling the game was convoluted, and that the game wasn't interactive enough. He then suggested I try to make a better control scheme for the command prompt. This made me realize that I could maybe try and make the game's interface interactive. I was reluctant at first because I had a fear of breaking everything I had made so far, but I decided to brace myself and try it anyway. And so, after many hours of trial and error, I finally got it to work with single player. The game was now fully interactive on one single window, which was a great achievement for me because before it just used to be typing on a command prompt. My friend was absolutely amazed when he saw the build with this feature, which made me really happy and gave me the motivation to keep going. And so I decided I wanted to try to implement it for the online multiplayer mode, which took a while and a lot of trial and error. This is because, although they are based on the same core, single player and multiplayer mode are different in quite a few ways. Eventually, I did manage to implement it for multiplayer mode, which made me really happy because that meant my game was more accessible than ever before. I then finished making the release and fixed a few bugs here and there before publishing it on July 8th, 2026. But almost every single time I publish a release, there has to be a bug which causes the game to crash, and you know what? This time it wasn't any different, which Now let's talk about version 1.25 beta. The game is now entirely playable on the GUI, and it even has a logo now. See? As far as controls go, to select a card, you press the left and right arrow keys, then enter. Then if it's a multiple use card, you do the same, and if it's an offensive card, you do the same but for the players. For the other controls, to finish your turn, you press F. To discard a card, you choose the card and then press D, and to pick out new cards entirely, you just press P. Now, with that said, not everything has been ported to the game interface. For example, the game's options are still on the command prompt. Let's talk design changes. First, UI changes. The player UI has now been revamped to be more compact and to display every player's actions with the action square. The action square of a player turns green whenever they use a defensive card. Otherwise, it turns yellow if it's a card that is used for offense. In that case, it turns the target's action square red. Whenever a card is used, the action square of the player performing the action displays the icon of the card. The border of a player's action square turns green when they are currently being selected to be the target of an attack. The card UI has also been updated to show the currently selected card with a blue indicator. The SP meter has also been updated to show different colors for different SP levels. The SP meter's color and the colors on the top left of the different cards are exactly the same. Finally, certain UI elements have been localized. As such, when you choose your language, certain UI elements will be different depending on the language you chose. The miss UI element spells miss when you choose English, while it spells raté when you choose French. Now let's talk about the optimizations brought by this update and the ones that came after it. From beta 1.25 onwards, I've been trying to remove every single piece of redundant code I can. Many bugs were fixed. The main cause of these bugs was the lingering activity of certain deprecated pieces of code. As such, I just cleaned up my code so these pieces wouldn't affect it anymore. There was also a lot of troubleshooting involved for the implementation of the new features. For example, after I came up with the action square, I had to figure out how to size it and where to place it. And because of the way I programmed my game, I had to relaunch every time I made a change.
That's all, folks. Thank you for watching. I'm really happy with how this update turned out. I'm currently making the next one, so stay tuned. I'll leave a little teaser here, and that's all for me. Argento out.
For sure,